All right, everybody. That was a little more dramatic than I thought it was going to be. A little more dramatic than I wanted. We we started out well. I thought in that first 35 minutes or so, we were showing a side to ourselves that made me believe that this team was going to recover and have maybe a winning season, maybe make a bowl game, or at least go 6-6. A respectable season that isn't completely program destroying. But at the end of that game, I don't know. I still don't know what kind of team we have. I don't know what kind of season we're going to have. I Huskies win in overtime 31-24. And look, the first half pretty great. Offense, after it got jump started, Dylan Morris looked great. He got in rhythm and it was awesome. And I think that he's shown that he is better than who he was against Montana and better than he was against Michigan. And I I can see him being a guy who can hold the ship together for the rest of this season. And coming out of this game, I still kind of feel that way. He's definitely acquitted himself pretty well after that terrible first game. And the running game, it wasn't great, but I thought that Sean McGrew played a great game getting every single yard that he could. There wasn't a lot for him to get, but he got everything he could. We saw great plays from Culp. Culp had a monster game at the tight end position. No Kate Otten tonight, so Culp had to fill in, and he did great. I think I'm not going to look it up, but I think he had like 7 or 8 passes in this game. It was really good. I like these. I like these. I like what we're getting from these tight ends right now for sure. Defensively, we forced a big turnover to flip the game early, and we gave up some points, but we were really doing a good job. And after the 3-and-out by Cal's offense, and after Washington got deep penetration in that third quarter, it was 21-10. We were about to score. I kind of felt like the game was over. And then a switch went off. So you go backwards from that point. You get the ball inside the 10 with what would have been an almost game-sealing touchdown. You go backwards, you kick a field goal, and I don't think our offense picked up a first down the whole rest of the game, or at least the whole rest of regulation. Offense just went dead. And I don't know if it's a player thing or a coaching thing, but my inclination is that this is a John Donovan problem. And I know we can do better than John Donovan. He needs to go. He is a problem. Maybe Dylan Morris messed up a couple of times. I'm open to that. He threw the ball away a lot in that second half. And some of that's on the offensive line. But to me, John Donovan was a big problem in that second half. We couldn't move the ball. And in a mirror image of that Seahawks Titans game last week, the defense has to go back out onto the field, back out onto the field, back out onto the field. They start giving stuff up. So I can't get that mad at the defense. They forced 3 turnovers in this game, including the one that sealed the win when it looked like we were going to be in for a long night. So I'm not mad at the defense. They did give up some stuff, but they clung on as long as they could, and they just needed Washington to get some first downs, and Washington's offense couldn't do it. But I I don't know what kind of team we have. I don't. Coming out of that one, I have renewed confidence in Dylan Morris. I think our run game is slowly but eventually headed in the right direction. I like what Jalen McMillan is bringing at receiver. And once we get Kate Otten back, we're going to have 2 quality tight ends. Culp really impressed me tonight. But I don't know. I still don't know what kind of team we're going to have. For us to go from being in complete control of this game in the second half to letting it get to overtime like that, and by the way, we came about 3 yards away from losing this game. Don't lose track of that. We came about might have been 2 yards away from a 55-yard field goal. Just I'd be sitting here right now like Will Smith in the picture. You guys know which one I'm talking about. And to let it get to that point, I don't know. Watching the offense in that second half, I felt like Morris just couldn't find anybody open. So it kind of reminded me of that Montana game where I felt like our receivers just weren't up to snuff. And honestly, having Cade Otton on some of those plays probably would have made a big difference because Cade Otton is a great third down target. He's a very reliable guy you can target on third down. That would have been a big thing. But what we had should have been enough to pick up some more first downs in that second half. And there would have been no drama at the end of this game if the offense could just move a little bit. If they could have moved a little bit closer for that field goal attempt, we probably hit it. And there would be no overtime in all likelihood. So, I don't know. I'm still confused about this team. I'm happy for the win. I'm happy for the dramatic heroics by the defense at the goal line. Shout out to the offense for getting it together in overtime, by the way, because I had no confidence in those guys going into overtime. And Kamari Pleasant made an awesome play to get a first down when it wasn't easy. Sean McGrew, I don't know if he got in, but he fought like a mother to get into the end zone. And it seemed like he did. I I had so little confidence in the offense at that point, and they put it together, man. So I don't know. I don't know. I think this defense is, at this point, I have to say they are maybe not quite as good as advertised given their talent level, but they're all right. I want ZTF back. It seems like our pass rush is a little toothless right now. We need ZTF back. The sooner the better. But when we get him back, is he even going to be good? Is he even going to be able to do the things that ZTF did last year when he basically carried us on defense? Who knows? But again, the defense was fine tonight. You can't count on getting stops every single time if you just keep going 3 and out on O. So John Donovan, I think it's a John Donovan problem now. I'm over the Dylan Morris hate a little bit. I know he's not good, but I don't think he's bad, and I don't think that he's the problem anymore. I'm coming around to that whole John Donovan thing. So get John Donovan out of here before he can lay a finger on Sam Heward, because if you're going to ruin Dylan Morris, I can live with that. But don't ruin Sam Heward, who has a chance to be a catalyst for getting this program back to where it was under Chris Peterson. Honestly, you probably have to get all the coaches out of here if you want something like that to happen. I don't believe in any of these guys, but hey, whatever else I can say about this one, they got the win, and it was fun. It was entertaining. I don't know if you would call it good. I don't think there's anything good about blowing a second half 2-touchdown lead and letting it get to that point where, again, 3 more yards on that field goal, we're having a very different conversation right now. But, hey, they did enough, and I have a little more, I guess I have a little more faith in this quarterback than I did before this game, and that means something. All right, guys, see y'all tomorrow for the Seahawks game, but Huskies are 2-2, and I guess I'll live with it. See you guys later.